That though, it's a Thursday. That means time to check in with our erstwhile movie critic from Stratford-upon-Avon. James Luxford is with us again this morning. Hey, James.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us this morning on BBC CWR. Is it raining in Stratford yet?
It's threatening it. I just looked out my window. It's on its way.
We're sending it down, James. We're blowing it your way. It's already raining in Coventry and set to be a bit of a wet one, maybe turning to sleet a bit later on this afternoon. 3 movie picks from James for you to be catching on your TV screens potentially over the next few days. What do you want to start with this morning, James?
We're going to start with One Night in Miami, which is on Amazon Prime from Friday. It's a drama based on the real-life meeting between Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, singer Sam Cooke, and NFL star Jim Brown, the night that Ali won his first world title.
Don't you think it's about time to party?
Tonight is a chance for us to reflect.
You mean no one else is coming? Well, this is off to a hopping start.
You all are a bright and shining future. You need to understand what is at stake here.
Everything's not so black and white like you make it out to be.
But we are fighting for our lives.
Huge characters in real life. Does that come across in the movie?
Yes, I thought this was terrific. There's a cast of young actors all nail their parts, and it's a really interesting story about civil rights in the US, and these men all became important figures in that movement. Very interesting to watch and to learn, and some wonderful music, of course, from Sam Cooke, who is played brilliantly by Leslie Odom Jr., who you may remember from Murder on the Orient Express and Hamilton. Just 4 really good performances based on a stage play, which sort of imagines what these 4 men said to each other. They did meet on the night after Muhammad Ali's victory, but this sort of imagines what they would have, how they would have interacted and what they would have thought of their place in history.
Moving on, and that's, we should say, available on Friday on Amazon Prime. One Night in Miami, available on Friday. Also available on demand from Friday, your next pick, which is a biopic, isn't it?
It is. It's another biopic. It's Stardust. British actor Johnny Flynn plays David Bowie in the story of his ill-fated 1971 tour of America, where a visa issue means he has to promote his album without being able to sing.
We got a packed couple weeks coming up. Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, and then out to LA.
I think we can make it work. All it takes is one believer to change the world. And we got 2.
2?
You believe in yourself, don't you?
Of course, we've seen the Rocket Man, the Elton John biopic, the Queen biopic before that, which won an Oscar for the people who played the significant roles in that. I'm guessing this is not quite in the same vein as that, James.
It's not, no. It is sort of hampered by the fact that it didn't get the rights to the music, which is why it's chosen on this period in David Bowie's life to focus on, because it kind of works around that aspect. I would say it's a better road movie than it is a David Bowie biopic. The plot means you don't get that classic music, but there is some nice moments on this road trip, particularly comedian Mark Maron, who you just heard there playing his publicist, and the only one that believes him in America it believes in him in America at that time and can see the star he would become. I think it's an interesting discussion about how he got to his Ziggy Stardust persona, which of course launched him in the country and across the world. I've seen better biopics, but I think it is a interesting look at a point just before he became the man we all knew and loved.
Out on demand for you on Friday in your on-demand services, wherever that might be, the David Bowie biopic. On to your third and final pick. This is something you can see on Sky Cinema from Friday.
Yes, on Sky Cinema from Friday. It's Blithe Spirit. Dan Stevens plays a writer who accidentally brings back the ghost of his first wife at a séance by a famous medium played by Dame Judi Dench.
I'd like you to conduct a séance at my home.
This Thursday.
The moon is full and we must harness its power.
Perfect.
But Madame Carty's a fraud. You said so yourself.
It'll be superb inspiration for my new screenplay.
Is anybody there?
Oh,
Is that you, Maya? My spirit guide. She was Tutankhamun's wet nurse.
I do hope she's not still lactating.
Sounds like there's some comedy elements to this.
Oh yes, it's really a lot of fun. This is a Noel Coward adaptation of the play, set as a sort of period setting, and they really play up the silliness of the scenario. Dan Stevens really plays it for laughs, and I think is really good, as is Isla Fisher, who plays his second wife, who's obviously very put out by the whole situation. But you can't beat Judi Dench. She's just brilliant at dry humour and playing those moments for sort of maximum hilarity. I would have liked to have seen more of her in the film. She's kind of a supporting character in the movie, but I think when she is there, she's worth the price of admission or the price of subscription in this place. In this case.
Good one, James. Blithe Spirits, available on Sky Cinema from Friday. James, I love. Best of luck. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it, as ever.
Thanks very much.
James Luxford, movie critic for you from Stratford-upon-Avon. His 3 movie picks for the weekend for you on BBC CWR. 3 minutes.